when we rebase, we can end up with conflicts, just like when we merge. We're combining history, we're combining branches together. That can lead to a merge conflict. So I'll just quickly demo that. We are on the feature branch. Let's change something on our website file. How about, I don't know, let's change this line that says footer added. Let's change it to say, what should we do? I don't know. How about this? Instead of login form, we do log out form added. I don't know why you need a form to log out, but sure. And then instead of navbar added, let's do top navbar added. Okay, not very exciting, but there we are. So I'm going to add that and commit. And let's just go, let's say like update website on feature branch. I'm just putting on feet there so you can see it in the message. You normally don't say what branch you're working on in a commit message, but I'm just doing that here so that we can see it. Now I'm going to switch to master. Right, and I'll do some more work on one of these lines. So instead of saying top navbar, I'll say, I don't know, main navbar. And instead of log out, I'll do, what should we say here? Sign up form? How about that? Sign up form added. So we should have some conflicts, right? And then we could even add something else. Well, let's start with that. Git commit -am. We're on the master branch. Update copy on master. Okay, so now I'm going to switch back to my feature branch. Let's do a tiny bit more work. 3 git commit -am, right? More work on feet. All right, so here's what our history looks like in Git Kraken. So we have a divergence, if that's the right way of saying that. We have our feature branch, which has some work that's not a master, of course, quite a lot of work. But then master has new work. We'll pretend we pulled that down. We didn't just type that ourselves because that would be very stupid, what I just showed you in the real world. But whatever that work is, it's coming from GitHub. We pull it down. It's a new feature our collaborators added in. I want that on feature. So I'm on the feature branch. I will rebase instead of merge, git rebase, and then master. And look at this output. Slightly different, right? So it recreates all of our commits from the feature branch, rebasing them on the master branch. But then it gets to this. Conflict, merge conflict in website.txt, failed to merge and changes. And if we look at our history, look at that. It is a partial rebase. If you can see, I'll zoom in. So we have the feature branch, which is here, and it started to recreate our commits. So we have begin feature, but we also have begin feature. We have work on feature, work on feature. We have more work on feature, more work on feature. So the rebase is not done. So I have a couple of choices. One, I can just abort the whole thing. It tells me exactly what to do. Here we are. To abort and get back to the state before, run git rebase -- abort. But basically, we are part of the way through rebasing. So it made new commits, some new commits, but it hit a conflict. So we need to resolve that. So it tells us, in this case, it's just one file, website.txt. I'll go in there. And I have to decide what to keep, what not to keep, just like I would with any conflict, a regular old merge conflict. So what should I do here? Let's say I want top navbar, but I want sign up form. So I can just, manually do this. I'll get rid of that. I don't want main navbar. I want top navbar. So I can just manually reconfigure. I'm kind of just combining from two branches. I could have just gone with one or the other, of course, and often that's what you do. But in this case, I'm going to manually just combine them. So footer, and then I want sign up form. Okay? And then image gallery as well. All right, so that's kind of a messy way of resolving it, but that is the new version of this file that I want. Okay? So now it tells me, hopefully you can see this, what I need to do is mark them as resolved by adding them. So git add the file, and then run git rebase -- continue. Make this larger. Okay, so if I type git status, it tells me rebase in progress. Here's the commit that it's on. It tells me exactly where it is in this rebasing. So I'm going to add website because I fixed the conflict in there. okay? But I'm not going to commit. I'm going to run git rebase -- continue. So this is where you want to just pay attention to the output, right? We just follow the instructions. It says all conflicts fixed, now run this. Or I can abort the entire rebase using -- abort if I just want to bail on it. Okay, so right now, rebase is paused, but I just continued it. Looks good. Let's type git status. All right, working tree clean. And now we successfully completed the rebase. We resolved the conflicts. And the end result is that the changes from master and feature are all combined. They're integrated. So I have exactly what I wanted, right? I have this file resolved the way it is. And the entire feature branch, all that history was rewritten on top of the master branch, rebased on top of the tip of the master branch. Alrighty, so we still can have conflicts. We're still just combining commits, or combining branches rather, and that can lead to conflicts. The way you resolve them is the same. You go into the files, it tells you exactly where the conflict is, you pick what you want, incoming, original change, or a hybrid of them like we did. Then you add, you stage it, and then you follow the instructions. In our case, we don't want to merge commit, so we don't do git commit. When we rebase, we did git rebase -- continue. All right.